This video will be talking about the management of selected insect pests. It will cover tree pest management on 3 different crops. So, definition of IPM, the integrated pest management is the practice of preventing or suppressing damaging population of insect pests by application of the comprehensive and coordinated integration of multiple control tactics. Here we have the coconut rhinoceros beetle for oil palm tree, the flea beetles for cabbage brassica species, and lastly the yellow pitch mud for durian tree. Oil palm is the pillar to Malaysia's economy well-being. With that being said, the country tries to invest more in these particular crops. However, there's one tiny insect that brings nightmare to the oil palm industry, the coconut rhinoceros beetle. The coconut rhinoceros beetle came from the kingdom Animalia, the phylum of Arthropoda, the class Insecta, the order of Coleoptera, the family of Scarabaeidae. The subfamily is Dynastinae, the tribe of Oryctinae, the genus Oractus, and the species name is Oractus rhinoceros. As it comes from the order Coleoptera, it has a strong mandible that can bore down the crown and leaves of oil palm, thickened flowing and lying in a straight line at the back of the wings. When a palm tree is attacked by this creature, the palm fronds cuts into V-shape and there are holes at the leaf midribs. As the Oractus rhinoceros bore down the crown, stunting the plant development. In order to control Oractus rhinoceros infestation, farmers need to do integrated pest management in their plantation by cultural, biological, mechanical, and chemical control. In cultural control, burning and destroying decayed trunks can help to reduce the pest breeding sites. Plant legume cover crops like Mucuna bracteata over the pest breeding site, as the female Oractus rhinoceros does not lay eggs on vegetation area. In biological control, install pheromone trap containing 4-methyl octanoate about 3 meters high from the ground to attract female beetles and prevent it from mating and laying eggs. Farmers can option for a metarhizium anisoplay and put it at the tree crown to destroy the breeding sites and kill Oractus larvae. Use Oractus rhinoceros nudibvirus as a biocontrol agent to infect Oractus rhinoceros beetle through its midgut. In mechanical control, farmers can deboling and chipping tree trunks during replanting or use closed-ended conservation trenches when handling oil palm debris. Lastly, use chemical control, insecticide cypermethrin and spray at the palm bowl to prevent the rhinoceros beetle from further damaging the palm tree. Next, the flea beetles are tiny little bugs that chew on leaves of the brassica species. It becomes a huge threat to the cabbage crop that has been so much loss to the farmers. Let's take a look at the taxonomy of the flea beetle. It comes from the kingdom Animalia. Under the phylum Arthropoda, the class is Insecta, the order of Coleoptera, family is Crossomylidae, the genus of Phyllotreata, and the species is Phyllotreata striolata. As it comes from the order Coleoptera, this pest has a thickened forewing that meets in a straight line down in the back. It also has a strong mandible that can chew on ten-part-like leaves. The Phyllotreata striolata has a wavy amber line on its elytron. We can detect easily if the cabbage being attacked just by looking at the leaf, where there are many small holes on the leaves that looks like a shot hole. Young plants are more susceptible to flea beetles than older plants, because older plants have thicker leaves compared to the young plants. Young leaves are easier to chew on. Beware of the adult flea beetles as they bring more severe damage by eating up the leaves and stems. The larvae of the flea beetles are no harm to the cabbage crops as they bring little to no damage at all. Young plants are less tolerant compared to transplant, but still both are very easy to get severe damage if the infestation is too big. What can we do to control flea beetles infestation on cabbage? We can option for integrated pest management through cultural control, physical control, biological control, and chemical control. In cultural control, what farmers can do to prevent attack of flea beetles is sanitize their farm from possible breeding sites, till the soil, Plant any trap crops to divert attention from the main crops. Put mulches in between rows of main crops. Intercropping companion plants like marigolds to protect the main crops. In physical control, farmers can use floating roll covers made from very fine mesh clothing to give protection from tiny flea beetles, or they can use sticky traps to capture those tiny damaging creatures. In biological control, farmers can use the method of parasites and predator by planting beneficial plants like dill and marigolds to attract assassin bug and praying mantis. Other option is using nematode and fungal pathogen like Beauveria bassiana, which can kill flea beetles. Lastly, in chemical control, use chemical insecticides as a last resort if the infestation is out of control. Do you smell that? It's the pungent smell coming from the king of fruit, Durio zipatensis. This is the treasure to Southern Asian country, and now Malaysia has become one of the main exporters alongside with Thailand and Indonesia. Now, let's look at the yellow peach moth, the threat to durian tree. The taxonomy of yellow peach moth. It comes from the kingdom Animalia, phylum Arthropoda, class Insecta, order Lepidoptera, family Crambidae, genus Conogetes, species Conogetes punctiferalis. Symptoms on durian crop. The larva of Conogetes punctiferalis slowly eats the skin of the durian and damages the floral buds, flowers, or the young and mature durian fruits. It begins to infestate on small durians and mark its presence by massive fecal materials between spines. We can use integrated pest management through cultural, biological, mechanical, pheromonal, and chemical control. In cultural control, clearing damaged fruits by putting out the damaged fruit outside the orchard to destroy the breeding sites. Next, scrape tree barks. Scrape off the fruit tree barks as the larvae will overwinter inside it. Pruning of infested shoots. We can prune the infested shoot to reduce the fruit borer population. Next, bagging of fruits. Cover the surface of undamaged fruits with paper bags or plastic bags. This is to prevent the Conogetes punctiferalis from laying eggs and boring the durian fruits. In mechanical control, remove the infested buds and shoots, as the rotten part becomes their breeding sites. Then, use light trap by applying fumigant on a cotton pads with a lamp, as it will eventually attract and kill the pests. In biological control, use natural enemy. The Myosoma species will lay eggs on the body of the Conogetes punctiferalis larva, paralyze it, and eventually dies. Next, try to put metarhizium on the infected areas to kill the larva of Conogetes punctiferalis. In pheromonal control, use synthetic sex pheromone E10-hexadecinal and Z10-hexadecinal with ratio of 7:3 to attract Conogetes punctiferalis males. This can slow down mating and reproduction of new generation. Lastly, in chemical control, use insecticides by spraying lambda-cyhalothrin or deltamethrin to reduce the fruit borer infestation. So that is all from me. Thank you for watching.